What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and in this video we're gonna change out the air filter. This one is the Coolant air filter located under the passenger side glove box, and then here's our BMC air filter. Supposedly adds 500 supposedly adds 5 more horsepower, and that is located over here under this panel. So in the last video, what we're doing with this car is that we're changing out the oil, which is happening right now. So we're going to change out the air filters, which is one's located right here. We're going to take these panels off. There's a lot of freaking screws here. This is your first time doing this. You just have to be very, very careful, because sometimes these bolts are like impossible to get out. You just want to be very careful in taking these out, because then you might strip the whole head off, and then you won't be able to take it out. So you have to use a T25. I have one of these right here. So I loosened them all up already and taking each individual out. It's looking pretty dirty. So what you're gonna do to try to get the air filter out, there's 3 tabs right here, and then for this thing, all you have to do is kind of like press this back. You don't have to take these tabs off. I've seen other people take them off. You don't really have to. And press it back and then push it up. Go. We're gonna take off this little thing right here too. And to do that, there. See? Press a little yellow tab. Pull that up, and press down on it, and it releases. So what do you want to do to take out the air filter? First, you want to release these 3 tabs. There's one right here, it's another one right there, and the last one right here. You want to be careful. These things do kind of come loose, so they might fall in the, when I was doing my white Maserati air filter, these things did kind of get lost in the under tray right here. Fortunately, I was able to get it back, so now it's all nice and loose. You can pretty much like just take this off, and just be mindful that this goes here. There's a little hole right there, the socket it goes into, and over here we have this. So you can just pull back on it, kind of lift it up. The air filter looking pretty dirty. Ooh, so much sand and stuff. So you want to change this out every 12,500 miles or every 2 years, whichever comes first. So that's done. We have our BMC air filter here, but first what we want to do, we want to clean that up with a vacuum. So we're going to vacuum it right now, and then plop that in. Look how clean and nice this looks. Supposedly adds 5 horsepower, and just pops in right there. Nice and easy peasy lemon squeezy. It seems like we're running into some problems, so this video might end up being like multiple fixes at the same time, because there was a bolt right here that I got, and it accidentally fell right here. So I had to take down the tray. I wasn't planning to do the coolant today, probably another day, but since it's already off, there's a bolt right here that just won't come off at all. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. But the drainage for the radiator is right here. So we're gonna do that right now too, and then after that we're gonna also do the drive belt. Since this shit is already gone, might as well, right? I was having trouble fitting it in. That's the one thing I don't like about the BMC filter, is that it's kind of a bitch to put back in. So right here we have the drive belt right here. I don't know if I have to replace this one yet, but I mean, I'm already doing it. I already have it. It's a pretty cheap part. It's not expensive, and you know, I'd rather change it now than run into some problems later on. So this one in particular, this one's for the automatic transmission Maseratis. The F1 transmission Maseratis do have a different belt. Just keep that in mind. I'll put this part number down below, and I'll also put the F1 transmission one down below too, just in case you want to change out your belt. But here it is. Just be sure you keep an eye on where this actually goes, because it's pretty crazy. It goes down behind this big wheel thing for the water pump. Behind that, up through here, up through there. It's pretty gnarly where it goes. The only one it's under is this one right here. If you guys can see that. See, it's under this one. Everything else is pretty much over. So over this one right here, this wheel. It's just kind of like in the center of it all. Pretty good tension on it. It still has pretty good grooves, but if you can tell, it's kind of getting like dry. Like this one looks a bit dry, kind of breaking apart already, so I might as well change it while I'm here. Right there. We're gonna do the coolant, then the drive belts, and then the air filter. So it's gonna be a wombo combo. And then I'm planning also to do the brake fluid, just because it's always good to change out your brake fluid. To take out this thing right there, so right here there's a little drain plug. Put this thing right there. It's gonna start draining out all the liquid, and it's best that you guys are not here because it's gonna spray all over the camera. So right now it's coming out pretty slowly. The screw does not come out all the way. You see it dripping right there a little bit. Trying to zoom in right there. Looks like it's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna tilt the car forward a little bit just so that more liquid can come out. Oh, there we go. Shit, I should have released. I should have opened that up. Now everything's coming out. Okay, so we're gonna take out the water pump one first. It's a smaller one, and to do that, we're gonna need one of these stretch belt mate kit. I'm gonna put in the description below. And so essentially, you're gonna put this removal thing in between here, and then twist it. And then I have my 36mm socket with the breaker bottle. It's a huge breaker bottle. Man, okay, I'm getting pretty tired, but we got the thing in there. So to put it on, just be sure to put the remove portion where it says remove on the top, and you kind of like let this sit like alongside there. I almost have it all the way. It does take two hands, like you gotta have to like hold it there while you turn the breaker bar. So that's why I'm kind of like out of breath. It's starting to pop off there. Just hammer it all the way. Okay, just note, for this one, it's a 16mm. It actually doesn't rotate. It actually, when you turn it left, it actually moves this thing left. So this gets loosened. So you don't need the tool for this one. And then all you have to do is just make sure you don't lose grip of it. Because if you do, and then you're trying to take this off with your hand, there goes your hand pretty much. So yeah, just be careful that taking this off right now, and then you go to place the new one here, the new drive belt. Yeah, just gotta be mindful of everything pretty much here. This one goes in between that one. So we got one drive belt in. That's definitely a two-person job. You want to make sure it's in line with the grooves. If it's not in line with the grooves, you're in for a rude awakening later on. So, and this feels like it's pretty on there on all sides. Right here, in the back right there. Then now we just have to do the water pump. This one you're gonna need the installation tool. The other one you didn't. So the installation tool is over here. Ka-chow, right there. It sits like that. We'll see how this works. So as you can see, it is part way there. I'm getting really tired. Oh man, my back hurts because I did back the other day. But yeah, the little thing is kind of coming out a little bit, so I might have to make several passes on this. But you see essentially how it works out, which is pretty cool. I just had to hold it there for a little bit while I turned the bar, but we're almost done. All right, so we're just finishing up. So look at that. That's all the coolant that was in the car, and then now I'm gonna fill it up. I just tighten it. You don't want to tighten it too much because you might strip the thread. We're gonna do a gallon of the pre-stone and a gallon of water because this is a concentrated mixture, so you have to do 50-50. And this is 1 gallon. So it's been a long day. We just finished up with the, what do you call this? The belt, the coolant, and the air filter. The air filter was just not going in, but I was able to finally get it in. Car's right here, all jacked up because this tire is actually going to get corrected. Isn't straight at all. So we're gonna get this corrected. So this is gonna be out of commission for the time being. I really wanted to wash it, but didn't have time today. It's already 9 o'clock. I have to work tomorrow, so we're getting it right here. But thank you guys for watching this episode. I'll give you guys a huge update when this thing is fixed. I'll load it up in the van and use that one for this week. So thank you guys for watching.